Okay, so this is going to be a video on how to bulletproof your lower back. So when it comes to lower back health, think, the shape of your spine. It's going to be your ability to be able to maintain a good shape of through your spine, through different movements, through different postures, whether you're sitting, you're standing, you're bending over, you're hinging, you're squatting, etc. We want to be able to maintain a good shape through our spine. So number one is going to be postural awareness, and actually knowing that good point within that double S that should be naturally through your spine, and being able to maintain that shape through movement rather than being all over the place and really inconsistent and putting a lot of extra stress through that lower back. So that's number one. The next thing, and what this video really is about, is going to be really strengthening your core and your glutes. So think core, glutes. This is going to be the way to really bulletproof your back. With your core, we want to think anti-flexion, anti-extension, anti-lateral flexion, and anti-rotation. So if you are strong in all of those planes and you have strong glutes, then you are going to have a very robust, strong midsection, and it should be pain-free. So I'm going to go through some exercises that you can quickly do at home or anywhere to be able to really bulletproof your lower back. Okay, so the first one is going to be a plank, which is going to be anti-flexion. So how are we going to do, anti-extension. So how we're going to do this is you can just go elbows and toes. From there you really want to squeeze your glutes. You want to pull your ribs and hips really hard together at the front, and basically you're just going to hold this position. If that is too much, you can drop to your knees, and when you do your knees, again, you want to make sure you pull your ribs and hips together and you pull your knees and your elbows towards each other, and you can make that quite a challenging exercise. So that's number one, a plank for anti-extension. So next one we're going to do is going to be anti-lateral flexion. So this is going to simply be a side plank. So you're going to go down onto one elbow. You can put some padding under your elbow if that's a bit too much. Then you're going to stack your feet on top of each other, and we're going to go up to this position. And we're just simply going to hold this position. So glutes are on, everything's nice and straight, shoulders strong, pulling your shoulder towards your pelvis, holding that position. If that's too much, you can bend that bottom knee, keep the top leg straight, and that'll be the easier version. So that is a side plank for anti-lateral flexion. Okay, so next we're going to do anti-rotation. So for an anti-rotation one, you can use a band or you can use a cable. How we're going to do this one is you can do it standing or you can do it on your knees. You want the band coming laterally across your body. You're going to pull this one into the center of your chest. From there you want to squeeze your glutes, brace your core, and then you're just going to press straight out and hold. So obviously if I wasn't resisting, this would pull me that way. If I wasn't resisting, it'd pull me over in that direction. So basically I'm resisting rotation. So glutes are on, core's on, and you're holding your shoulders strong, you're gripping onto the band strong, and you're resisting that rotational force. So that's going to be a great one for anti-rotation. Next one we're going to focus on is our glutes. So how we're going to do our glutes, you can do it on the edge of a couch or a bench, and basically, or you can even do it on the floor, is fine as well. But basically how we're going to do this one is we're going to do a glute bridge hold. So glutes on hard, pelvis tucked under, ribs and hips pulled together, glutes are on hard. From here, we're just going to hold. So it'll just be a glute squeeze, squeeze, squeeze really hard. From there, if we want as well, to add in a bit of anti-rotation and to really isolate each glute that little bit further, we can lift one leg and then bring it down. Glutes on again, lift the other leg, back down. So do a bit of a glute bridge march and really keep those glutes on while resisting that rotation from being on one single leg. So that's going to be glutes, and that's going to be a bit of extra anti-rotation. Last one we're going to do is going to be some anti-extension. Anti-flexion. So this is going to be working on that lower back. And again, this is things you can do at home. So with this one, we'll drop to our stomach from here, we can have our hands in front. What we're going to do is lift our hips, or like really drive our heels towards the roof, squeeze our glutes, and then also pick our hands up, and we're just going to hold this position. And just squeeze. Squeeze the glutes, keep the hands up, keep the chest up, and just hold that position. Okay, so that one will be anti-extension. So there we have covered anti-extension, focusing on flexing and really, really bracing the front core. We've done anti-lateral flexion, which is from those side planks. We've done some glute stuff. We've done some anti-rotation stuff. We've done some anti-extension stuff before, so anti-flexion stuff by really strengthening the lower back as well. So those exercises alone should give you quite a robust core just for your everyday stuff and really help and ideally get rid of that lower back pain. So get stuck into that. With all of those exercises, shouldn't take more than 30 seconds on each. If you just do 30 seconds on each, make it at a good intensity and do 3 rounds of that, that should really bulletproof your lower back.